Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin. Chelsea won, Nottingham Forest won. This is your post-match reaction, match review. Look, Nottingham Forest are a tough team, man. They're a very, very tough team. I'm not going to hide the fact that I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the sense that I really wanted to move into this international break with 3 points. And I feel like we had enough chances in that particular game. But then again, we conceded chances as well. If it wasn't for Robert Sanchez, we probably would have been dead too. For me, Robert Sanchez was the man of the match. But yeah, it's an indifferent feeling. In one hand, I'm thinking, do you know what? Maybe it was a fair result at the end of the day. Maybe 1-1 is the fair result because Nottingham Forest had enough chances on their own too to put the game away. As I said, Robert Sanchez made some big saves right at the end in the second half. And on the other hand, we had chances as well. We had some big chances in the second half to put the game away for ourselves, get the 3 points, and we didn't. So maybe the draw was a fair result. It's just disappointing that would have loved the 3 points moving into the international break and really set us up nicely against Liverpool after the international break, but not to be. Nottingham Forest, they're a dirty team. They use the dark arts very well. They waste a lot of time. The referee had a bit of a madness as well. The referee wasn't good. He was just brandishing yellow card. I don't even know why he branded a yellow card towards Cucurella, who's now going to miss the match against Liverpool. Wesley Fofana got a yellow card as well. A whole heap of players got a yellow card. Nottingham Forest player James Ward-Prowse got a red card. So, look, when I think about that the fact that we had, close to 30 minutes of being a player up, we should have got a winner. We really should have got a winner. Let's start from the top, ladies and gentlemen. I had no issues with the lineup. I would have gotten with instead of Malo Gusto, I would have gone with Wesley Fofana as a RCB and have Tosin in the middle, LCB as Levi Colwill. But nonetheless, Malo Gusto started. It's not a big deal for me. That was the only thing that I had a bit of an issue about. Besides that, everything else is as per how I expected in the preview. A lot of people didn't want Madueke, didn't want Nicholas Jackson, but I understand why they play. And I'm going to elaborate on that a little bit more. But the first half, ladies and gentlemen, was not good. That's probably where we kind of didn't apply ourselves. We were a little bit lethargic. We weren't on our game. There was a lot of missed time passes. The intensity wasn't always there. Giving away the balls in a silly manner in midfield and then allowing them to start a counter-attack. Look, it's not like they created much in the first half either. They didn't pose any threats, but we just didn't look like we were on it from the get-go. We tried to be busy. We tried to lift the pace, but look, big ups to Nottingham Forest. They're very resolute. They're very compact. This is a team that went to Anfield and kept Anfield shut. And then, they ended up winning that particular game 1-0. So, and they're one of the strongest defensive sides in the Premier League. Apparently today was their fourth goal that they conceded this season. So there is something about Nuno and this Nottingham Forest team. They're very strong defensively, extremely strong. They defend in a compact manner. They were defending low. And we found it very difficult. I guess the one thing we probably learned is that opening up low blocks at will is not the easiest. But having said that, we still had chances. In the first half, Cole Palmer put in a couple of really lovely balls for Madueke. Madueke, look, I know he got the equalizer, but this is the thing about Madueke, ladies and gentlemen. He's a bit of a hit and miss. He'll score one, he'll screw up the next 6 times. And in this case, he screwed up the first 6 times and then he ended up getting the equalizing goal. Nicholas Jackson, the same thing as well, just like Madueke. Both of these players, I understand why they start. I do get why they start. They press well. In the first half, I think it was Madueke that initiated a really good press, won the ball, but then could not finish off the particular move. Nicholas Jackson, I think, similarly pressed well. But then final third decision making was very, very poor. You can see why Enzo Maresca fancies these two players over Nkunku and Pedro Neto. But I think Pedro Neto is knocking on the door big time. You saw when Pedro Neto came on, he was far more cutthroat. He was far more cutthroat about chance creation. He had a really, really lovely cross for João Felix that João Felix should have at least hit the target, let alone scoring the goal. So yeah, first half, the only standout player for me, the couple of players, was Lavia, Colwill, and Cucurella. They were boss, man. Cucurella absolutely took care of Hudson-Odoi, and Lavia, Colwill was very, very strong defensively. A couple of big defensive moves from Lavia, Colwill. Second half, we look like we're a little bit more interested. Created again some really good opportunities. How we didn't score in the second half? The goalkeeper had a madness. The Nottingham Forest goalkeeper, similarly like Sanchez, had an absolute madness. Both the goalkeepers were performing out of this world. And look, I mean, Robert Sanchez redeems himself in this particular match. But still, consistency is required. We saw what Robert Sanchez was up to last particular game against Brighton. But the Nottingham Forest goalkeeper, he saved everything, man. He saved everything in the second half. Nkunku had a big chance straight at him. Cole Palmer, how Cole Palmer, double chance from Cole Palmer, didn't go in. It was hovering around in the touchline, and then the goalkeeper, saves that. Yeah, there were a couple of other big opportunities as well. Look, we made some chances, even though it was a low block and we struggled at times, but we still had enough chances to win the game. As I said, they had enough chances to win as well. Our biggest issue, ladies and gentlemen, is set pieces, man. Not only we don't convert any of our set pieces in attack, but we don't seem to defend some of these set pieces well. And this is how we conceded the goal. When we conceded the goal early, around maybe 55th, something like that minute, 49th minute, there you go. They targeted our short guy, Malo Gusto, but even after that, the second ball, Caicedo should have dealt with that. And then eventually enough, Chris Wood, flicks that ball through past Sanchez. So that's how they scored. But if we look at that being the negative, the fact that we are not defending well when it comes to set pieces, and also in offense, our set piece, whether it's from free kicks or from corners, the multiple corners we had, and we did jack all with it. That's something that we need to rectify over the span of the season. But the one real big positive is the fact that we were 1-0 down and we didn't panic. We came back. It was a lovely goal from Madueke. That should be his bread and butter for Madueke from that right side. He should be able to cut in. He should be able to get that shot in on a regular basis. But the issue is he doesn't. In this instance, he does get that, and it was 1-1. And then shortly after, Nottingham Forest got a red card for James Ward-Prowse when Nicholas Jackson once again does really well to press and get through and drawing that second yellow card for James Ward-Prowse, who ends up getting a red card eventually for the second yellow. But yeah, this is the thing. This is the thing with Nicholas Jackson and Madueke. Both of these players, they press very well. They work very hard for the team. But they're not clinical enough. They're just not clinical enough. That's the issue. Nkunku came on. And look, if there is another issue in today's match is Enzo Maresca, the subs were too late. The subs needed to be a lot more earlier. Even then, we had enough time. There was 13 minutes of added time because just the amount of time waste and few injuries as well. Look, frustrating. Overall frustrating. João Felix came on. He missed a big glaring chance. Question marks around João Felix as well, to be honest. I mean, what do we expect from João Felix? I mean, this is the kind of match that it screams out that we lack that one particular lethal weapon striker. This is the particular match that screams that flaw in our particular squad. Look, some of the stinkers, let's go through some of the stinkers. Caicedo wasn't good, man. Second half, Caicedo, even in the first half, I was very, very disappointed with Caicedo with all of his gameplay today, to be honest, whether it's on the ball, off the ball. On the ball, definitely wasn't good enough. Enzo Fernandez, I don't even know what to say anymore. Enzo Fernandez, Another absolute stinker. On the ball, nothing really impressive. Off the ball, he was just, to be honest, even on the ball today, he was just giving away passes left, right, and center, mistimed passes. And off the ball, really, he's just a liability, to be honest. Big question marks around our midfield balance. Sancho didn't have a good game either. Cole Palmer, not up to his usual standards, or else he would have bagged himself a couple of goals today, although he got that assist for Madueke's goal. Madueke, even though he scored, I wasn't impressed with his game. Nicholas Jackson, same thing. I wasn't impressed with his game. Malo Gusto didn't have a good game. To be honest, I don't really like Malo Gusto inverting. Just too many rash decisions, shots that are not called for, mistimed passes, and obviously culpable for the goal that we conceded. Yeah, 3 standout performers. Man of the match, Robert Sanchez. Cucurella, strong performance. I don't know why he picked up that yellow card. Now he's suspended for Liverpool. And Levi Colwill. For me, these are the 3 really, really good performances. Off the bench, Mudryk came on. He produced that fantastic cross for Nkunku. How Nkunku misses that, I've got no idea. Nkunku should have scored that. Mudryk was impressive off the bench. Pedro Neto obviously was impressive off the bench. But the bench, as I said, Enzo Maresca, that's probably the one big blame. Just taking too long to make those substitutions. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts. Just disappointed. But at the same time, thinking maybe it was a fair result. Nottingham Forest, tough team, man. Very, very tough team. Very tough team. A lot of oppositions are going to find them extremely difficult. Let me know your thoughts. Moving into the Liverpool game, potentially we're missing out on some key personnel due to suspension. But let's see. Let's see what happens. Really wanted these 3 points against Nottingham Forest, man. Really, really wanted it. But Robert Sanchez kept us in. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, everyone. Take care. See ya. Bye.